considering buying your first home in Delaware, I have 5 things that you should consider before you do so. My name is Kiana Burgos. I am a local Delaware realtor who has lived in the state for 10 years. I've been in real estate for 5, and I've been licensed for 2. So I know a thing or two about our Delaware market. So my first time home buyers, I've worked with several of them, and there are a couple of things that I've picked up on that I want to make sure that the next first time home buyer knows. 1, get a pre-approval, and that should be your first step. It's one of the most important steps as well. Your pre-approval is going to tell you exactly what your max is and what you can truly afford in a home. And yes, there is a difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval. Your qualification isn't going to be going in depth like your pre-approval is to show the actual number. Your pre-qualification kind of gives you like a ballpark based off of just some very generic information, while your pre-approval is going to be a little bit more detailed and get a little bit more for you so that we can make sure we know what you truly can afford. Tidbit on that first one is that a local lender is going to be better. This is my opinion. You can have a different opinion. You can truly choose whoever you want to fund your loan, but I will tell you that local typically does know our area better. We're a very small community. We have things that our state offers that other states don't offer, and when you're working with someone who kind of covers several states, they're always going to have one state that they do their most business in, and if Delaware isn't that, they may not know about all of the assistance opportunities that we have, and even just what our local market is too. Assistance opportunities. Like I just mentioned, our local lenders typically know more about this, and regardless of whether you're working with local or not, you can always ask about what assistance opportunities our state offers. We have things like down payment assistance, the possibility of getting your transfer tax lowered. It all depends on where you're purchasing, and having a lender who knows our local area is definitely going to help, because not all areas do allow for those opportunities. And so if that's something you want to take advantage of, then you should definitely make sure that we try and find you a home in those areas. There are opportunities for $10,000 in closing cost assistance, possibility for lower transfer taxes. Here in Delaware, we share the transfer tax. It's 4% of the sales amount of the home, 2% to the buyer, 2% to the seller. If you are able to qualify to get a lower transfer tax amount, it could be less than that, which could save you thousands of dollars. Number 3, closing cost amount. This is something that a lot of people don't always think of, and it's no fault to you. If you've never purchased real estate before, how would you even know? The closing cost amount is about 6% of the sales price that is agreed upon when we go under contract, and there's a lot of numbers that go into what that 6% comes out to. And when you close, you're going to get a closing disclosure, and that is going to break down where every single penny is going so that you know what your money is being spent. Another reason it's really important to have an amazing lender who's working with you is that they can give you an estimate of those closing costs prior to even getting to the closing table, and typically closer to when you first get under contract. They can even run the numbers before you go under contract if you really love the home, to kind of give you a better picture of how much money you might have to come out of pocket with. If it's a number that you're not comfortable with, we can always ask for a concession from our sellers. And I always tell people it's never going to hurt you to ask. The worst they can say is no. Number 4, inspections. Make sure you get them. I will never understand why someone skips this process. It's something that can give you peace of mind, especially if this is the first home that you're buying. You want to know that the home that you're buying is not going to be broken when you purchase it. Knowing as much about your house is going to give you peace of mind, and that is so important, especially when this is your first home, because you want to be living here for at least 5 to 10 years, maybe even longer, and so you want to make that worth your time. Having an inspection, that's going to go over the important things for you. Is your roof okay? Is your HVAC old? Is there anything wrong with the integrity of the home? Is there anything wrong with even the small things in the house? Little things that maybe you're okay with having it as a weekend project, or maybe it's something you want to make sure that the seller fixes before you purchase the home, or maybe you don't want to purchase the home at all. All of those options are okay, and we are going to make sure that you get that inspection, because it's going to help you have peace of mind, and your new inspector does not have a crystal ball that's going to tell you that 3 months down the line after you purchase the home that something's going to end up going out. But at least it will help you get a better idea of what you're walking into and what possible costs could be associated with it. Number 5, this is something that does not get talked about enough, and I have no clue why, because if I'm purchasing my first home, I want to feel secure in what I'm purchasing. And when I say that, I'm talking about having 6 months to a year's worth of savings in your account. That sounds really daunting, right? It sounds really scary, especially with how expensive everything is right now. Who's being able to save? I've already saved up enough to purchase this home. You're telling me I need to save more? The answer is yes. If now is not the right time for you to buy, having enough savings is so important. Like I mentioned with the inspections, you may have something that ends up breaking 3 months after. It could break the day after you buy this house. You could break a faucet and then your house gets flooded. There's so many things that can happen, and you want to make sure that you have the money to be able to afford to fix those things. I want you to know there is no way that we can tell you exactly what's going to happen with the market. Home prices could end up going down, rates could end up going down, or both of those could end up going up. Now does not always mean that it's the best time for you to buy. The best time for you to buy is when you feel ready. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you appreciated hearing these 5 things that you should consider before you purchase a home as a first-time home buyer here in Delaware, then make sure you like and subscribe so that you can follow along for more videos that can help you with your next real estate purchase. If you appreciated hearing these 5 things that you should